Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me for my video documentation of my time at the August 2013 ZAP Fitness Camp mini marathon camp. I did some video footage while I was there so I could bring back and show everybody exactly what I did. What you're looking at here right now is day one, about 4 hours off the plane, landed in Charlotte, drove up to Blowing Rock, and we got ready for day one, run number one. I was up here for the camp so that I could get some training in and a training plan for myself and all my other colleagues at work. We will be running the Austin Marathon 2014 while wearing our full uniform and a 35 to 40 pound pack. As you can see here, we're running on the carriage trails out here at Moses Cone State Park. These carriage trails were put in probably over 100 years ago, and as you can see, they're still absolutely well maintained and very nice running situation and atmosphere. For me, it was great. Day one, 30 degrees cooler in North Carolina than it was in Austin, Texas. Very, very green out there, and as to be expected, this is what this area is like, even though this is probably the wettest summer on record that they have had. Currently the spot heading back off to your left, I believe what is Bass Lake. Maybe about a 3.5-4 mile run this day. It was nice to get out, stretch the legs. As you can see, my pace is a little slower than everybody. We're carrying around that pack. Everybody's already back, stretching out and on the cool down mode. Here's a shot looking out from the breezeway out to the camp. This is an old horse farm that they purchased and built all the structures on it that are currently there. Very, very nice. It's kind of down in what I think is what's called the Blackberry Valley. And there's a shot, dormitories off to the left, and then the pros and the gym are over there on the right. Also has a live-in chef. The food was probably the one thing everybody talked about the most. It was amazing. Very healthy food, very tasty. The only thing you had to look out for is how many helpings you were taking in. This is day two. We're going to be running to the top of the park where the Moses Cone State Mansion is. Once we get to it, you'll notice that it looks a little bit familiar because it was used in the movie The Green Mile, where at the beginning and the end of the movie it was used as the old folks' home in the movie. They said it was slightly uphill, but of course carrying that pack, it felt a little bit more uphill than what they had originally told us. But there again, running on the nicely groomed carriage trails, you can see the pace that Althea is setting there is a lot slower than what she would normally run just to stop and say hi. And here we are just coming up and pointing down to where we started, Bass Lake down there. There's Pete pointing out Bass Lake. And here is Moses Cone Mansion. Really, really nice. I really wish I would have stopped and checked it out a little bit more, but the pace I was kind of running at caused me to run obviously a lot slower than everybody and obviously a lot slower when running uphill. I was at the back of the pack and I kind of wanted to get started, get back down the hill so nobody had to really wait for me. And here we are getting headed back down the hill. You can see a little bit of fog building up on the lens. Sun comes out, humidity goes up, and you get a little bit of fogginess there. But that's fine. Still, weather was great. Very green, nice tree coverings, a lot of fun. Coming in here on the end of the run here, Bass Lake there on the right. This is kind of the dam that you're running across, I believe. There is a creek that runs along the length of the property out at the ZAP Fitness Camp, and this is it where a lot of the guys are down in there soaking their legs. It's a great setup. Gives you a chance to go in and take basically a natural ice bath. I got down in there, soaked my legs, felt great, made me feel a lot better after the fact, as do most ice baths. As part of the camp, there are several lectures, nutritional lectures, marathon lectures, running lectures, and there's a guest speaker as well. This year we had the last American male to win the Boston Marathon, which was 30 years ago, a man by the name of Greg Meyer. He was actually there the length of the entire camp, which was super nice and a lot of fun, and gave us some really nice access to talk to him and hear some different stories. Day three was our long day run. We drove out to Virginia to run the Virginia Creeper Trail, ranked as one of the top 10 running trails in the United States. This here is the start of the run, and there I go off. I'm basically at the back. It was a wet day, a little bit muddy, made it a little bit hard to kind of avoid a lot of the mud puddles, but that was fine. Had a lot of fun out there. Ran across a lot of bridges. As you can see, I'm coming across the bridge here going over the river here. It's extremely swollen as due to all the rain that they have been having this summer. But still about 100 feet in the air there. Great view, a lot of fun. And you can see the fog again starting to build up on that lens. Sun came out, humidity skyrocketed. I had a soaking wet uniform, but still I was fine. It slowed me down a bit. Ran about a 13-minute mile that day. Didn't really want to run that slow, but that was okay. Out and back run, and here's some of the runners headed on their way back. And this is about my turnaround point. Basically just some random houses out there. I had no idea where I was at, but still a very old, rustic, random house out there at about the 5 mile mark where my turnaround point was. They set up water stops for you, so basically you don't have to pick up any of your nutrition. And here go a couple of the pro runners, zipping on past, mud covering up all their backside there because they're running a lot faster than I am. Coming home here at the end of the run, about 9.5 miles in, of course, probably running a little faster than I normally would, trying to look sharp, trying to look good, just like everybody did when they kind of came in home here, which is basically the finish line. They had lunch set up for us, plenty of drinks, and as you can see as I approach here, most of the runners are already back, which was nice. Kind of a good round of applause for everybody that they came in. Hitting my Garmin there and coming in to drop my pack, get some water and get some nutrition in me. That had all set up for us. Some leftovers from the night before, some sandwiches. It was great. I wish I had this kind of set up every single time. It definitely would be a plus. Again, thanks for joining me and have a good one. Thanks.